Hey guys, it's Dima from DimusTech, and today we are checking free mobile phone lenses. Before we begin, I want to thank my friend for giving me those lenses to try. Those lenses are not mine, they belong to my friend who has a website of medical astrology and gemstones. On this website you can find lots of information about gemstones, healing with astrology and gemstones, etc. The link as always will be in the description of this video. So let's begin. So this lens is a Pholes 75mm macro lens, which seems to be a very high quality but a little bit hard to use. We'll check that. This one is the Apexel 2-in-1, which is also macro and wide as well. It's a little bit less quality, but it seems very easy to use and probably the easiest way to go and probably the most universal since it's both macro and wide lens as well. Now this one is x 0.6 in its wide lens and 10 times macro. And the third lens is another Apexel lens, which is 15 times macro. So let's begin with the fullest lens of a 75mm HD 4K macro, as they say on the website. Well, obviously it's not a 4K if your phone doesn't shoot 4K, but whatever. Anyway, it comes in a very great high quality box, I would say. Now it has also a cloth, you have some other places here. I think you can actually buy an ND filter for that even if you really need, although in macro I'm not really sure that you'll ever use one. Though it's not too expensive, but it feels pretty high quality. Now, all those lenses have sort of clips to attach to your phone. This is the clips that they use. Now, as you can see, it sort of has two places. Well, as always, it's mostly built for iPhone, but it will work on any Android phone that is slim enough to actually go inside that clips. Now, the fullest lens is probably the biggest lens and it's pretty high quality. It's made mostly of metal and as you can see it's very big, and if we'll watch closely here, so it says 75mm super macro. Now, before I begin testing those lenses, which I'll do in the end, I want to say that I already tested all of the three of those with my friend, and I must say that I'm not a macro type person. My friend basically needs to shoot high quality photos of the gemstones that he uses, so those are pretty tiny stones and it's very hard to actually shoot photos of them. That's why basically he needs those macro lenses. I wouldn't say that it's my thing, but you'll see. I have some examples that I'll show in the end, so you'll see what it does. Now let me open the lens and so to show you. So basically you open it on the back. Now I'm not really sure that the camera will be able to see this, but it's a regular screw in order to screw that on the clips. A little bit annoying I would say, but it works. Let's for now put that in and let me just take the lens out of its sort of hood. I'm not really sure how to call that. Okay. So this is the lens itself, and if we will actually remove the back, you can see, and if we'll turn around, as you can see, this lens is very wide, which is good. You won't see those sort of hollow black spots on your phone unless you have a very huge case, then you might. But this lens is very good for such stuff. That's why it's very high quality and it actually enables you to get as much light as possible in your phone, which is very good. Let's close that for now. And as you can see, it's metal. It's pretty heavy, but you can carry it around. I mean, it's nothing that bad. And I might buy that same company's lens, that same quality, but for wide range, since I want to shoot mostly landscape photos, and even for those YouTube videos I can use that as well. And obviously a 2x telephoto lens, which is also good for photos that I take. Now let's continue to the next lens. Now the Apexel 2-in-1 also comes in a pretty good box. As you can see, both of the previous one and this one has a carabiner, which is good if you want to carry it around. This one obviously feels a little bit cheaper, but it's good as well. Now the clips is totally different. As you can see, this is not a screw mount, but something like that. And if you think to yourself that can fit to a very fat phone, think again. Whenever it's too thick, the lens won't sit correctly. It will a little bit sit probably not in position, I would say. Though it's still good. The lens basically again screws to that mount. So you remove that and screw that, which we'll do in a moment. And then, as you can see, if we look closely, let me try to show you. There are two lenses. So basically the first one is a macro lens and then the wide lens. So the macro, as I said, let's turn that around, X10, and the wide is 0.6. Now I must say that this one probably my favorite lens because it's 2-in-1 first of all, and the wide lens is pretty good, and the macro is a little bit easier to use than the other one. Now basically the screw here, one thing that I didn't really notice, if you want to unscrew that, you actually need to unscrew it to the other side, which is very weird, but when you think of it, if it wouldn't be like that, you would unscrew the whole lens instead of specifically that lens. So you would unscrew that from the clips and not the lens itself. So yeah, that's good that they thought of that. Now this is the lens itself. One complaint that I would say that I have is that it allows less light. So if you will look closely here, it allows less light, and let's turn around. As you can see, it's narrower than the other lens. It will be a little bit harder to set on your phone, but still it will be good. Let me try to actually remove the lens so I can show you that the macro itself is very thin actually. I'm doing it in the air, which isn't good. And that's it, that's the macro. It's very thin and tiny. And the white part is actually pretty, I would say, it's not that thin. But it's still thinner than the other lens that I showed you before. So let's screw that back. And again, it's very hard to understand which way you need to screw that, since it's kind of the opposite of what you are used to. But it works pretty well. So that basically screws to that, and then you attach it to the phone. You'll see it soon. Let's move to the third lens. So this is the third lens. This is the Apexel 15x macro lens. They call it a super macro lens, and yeah, it's quite understandable. This one is a very hard lens to shoot as well, and honestly I totally didn't like it, but for macros maybe it's very good, and especially that it has sort of a ring around it to allow you more light and more suitable photography with that. You'll see it in a moment what I mean. Now that one comes with almost the same clips. I think it's actually the same clips as the previous one, and it comes with a pouch, I think with a cloth, yeah, with a cloth, and not in a box. So yeah, that's the cheapest lens, but to be honest, I prefer the previous lens, but that's my preferences. Anyway, it doesn't say a lot on that lens, it just says that it's 121208, I'm not really sure what even that means. So this lens doesn't have a cover, and as you can see on its back, it's open and it's not very good, but it's screwed, so this one, the clips itself, pretty much protects the lens. Anyway, let's look at the front. As always, we just open it, and as you can see, it has sort of a plastic ring around the lens, which is half, I would say, transparent and allows light in. I think you can unscrew that, I'm not really sure, let's not do that. And this is the lens itself. Again, it allows less light into your phone, but it's pretty good for macros, I think, since you have that ring, and it sort of keeps the distance from the object that you are trying to photograph and keeps you in place. So that's kind of good if you have a non-moving object. And I'll show in the end a few photos that we took yesterday. It's kind of weird, but we took some photos of ants and stuff. Anyway, let's continue. So now let's move to some tests. So for the purpose of this test, I have set something like that. We have my phone, which is on the mini tripod of Manfrotto that I showed you in the past, and you can see the link about here, I think. And we have here a small coin, very weird coin, but whatever, you'll see in a moment probably. And sort of a dragon statue made of wood. That it's a pretty good object, I think, for macro and to compare the lenses. Now currently my phone, as you can see, doesn't have any lens on it. Let's take a photo from wherever it is. Let me adjust it obviously as well. Now I'm going to use only the regular camera, the auto camera basically. I think I'll have to move the phone a little bit around, but I think we'll manage. Okay. So first of all, this photo is just as is from this point of view, without any lens. Okay, now let me adjust the Pholes lens and we'll see what's happening. Okay, so the camera is about here. Now, as you can see, it's very macro-ish. Well, you can see it bigger, but we're not in focus, so we might need to move around the phone a little bit. Let's try to focus. Nope, let's try to focus farther maybe. Nope. So yeah, we will have to move around probably a little bit just to be in focus. Let me try to do that. Okay, so we are very close to the object, and now you can see the head of that dragon. Let's try to take another photo. And you know what? Let's try to put aside that dragon so you can see more clearly how that looks. And let's move, because I think I'll get more focus probably here. Not exactly. Okay, we're very close to the ground, but let's try to adjust the lens even more. It can be actually much closer to the ground. And now, okay. Well, we don't have enough light, but you know what, let's try to move that here. And let me see. Yeah, so the camera can catch it. So, yeah. Well, as you can see, the dragon is seen very well. Okay, I think for the macro lenses, let's stay like this and just try those objects to move around, and we won't move the lens too much. Let's try to see the coin, and as you can see, you know, let's move it. Okay, so the coin is very small, I would say. Let's try to focus on that a little bit and take a photo. Okay, and I think we actually can move closer to the coin. Let me try to first of all move it like here. Yeah, we can move much closer to the coin. You know what? We won't have much light, I think, but let's try to move much closer to the coin and see what we can do. Okay, now we're really close to the coin. Let's take another photo. Okay, wow, seriously, I didn't expect that result. You know what? I think I want a macro lens. That's actually cool. Oh wow, my friend is going to see this video and he's going to laugh at me, since I really didn't like macro and now I kinda like it in that situation. So probably if the object doesn't move at all, it's okay for me. I'll show you in the end some results that we tried to take photos yesterday from some moving objects, and you'll understand much clearly why I didn't like the macro lens at all. Anyway, let's stay in this position, but switch the lens. And as you can see now, this is the same coin without any lens at all. Let's take a photo. Obviously it's not even in focus, I think. So yeah, you know what? I really love that lens. We will probably see that the first lens has the most light coming in, and that's why it's pretty much the best lens for macro, and I believe that if you buy other lenses from them, they will be high quality as well. So let's move to the Apexel 2-in-1 lens. Let me try to put it while you're watching me actually put it. It will probably be much more fun to view, but let's hope I won't break anything. Okay, as you can see, if I'll just continue, I'll unscrew the macro, so it's a little bit, I would say, hard to get it right, but okay, I think we got it. And let me try without doing any damage here to actually set this. Okay, I think we are set. You call that a macro? No, seriously, that's a macro? That's not a macro. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's the wide lens. Oh crap, I am supposed to unscrew the wide lens. I forgot. Okay, so let's put that. and unscrew the wide lens. And as you can see, I make some mistakes as well. Let's see if that one fits the lens itself as well. No, it doesn't. Now let's put the macro itself finally and see what we have. Okay, it's a little bit hard to actually get it right, but okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, so now we're set. As you can see, it doesn't do the same macro that the previous lens did. Well, okay, the lighting also isn't very good here, but let's try to take a photo and let's try to adjust it, maybe get a little bit closer or farther. Yeah, so we can get much closer now. Oh wow, yeah, we can actually get much closer. Oh wow. Okay, let's try to... oh my god, I did zoom accidentally. No, you don't want to do zoom on something like that. Let me try to focus and... okay, so that's really close. Wow, seriously, have you ever seen something like that? I mean, wow. Okay, let's move it back a little and try to take a photo of a dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna move the dragon back. Something like here, I guess. Okay, and well, let's... okay, we'll have to move the dragon a little bit here, and okay, yeah, I think I've never seen the dragon so close, and as you can see now, it's a little bit broken on its head. Let's try to focus a little. That's too much light, I think. Let me try to... okay, yeah. Wow, okay, that's also a really good photo. So actually that macro lens isn't that bad as well. That's nice to see. Okay, again, the test without the macro. We will not move anything, just remove the macro. As you can see, that's our dragon without the macro now. And you know what? I don't think that we have too much of change here, but yeah, we do actually. We cannot focus that close. So now let's screw back that wide lens so it will be protected, and let's unscrew it as well. I think, wow, it's really weird to unscrew and screw things on their other sides. Okay, so now let's move to our final lens. So now we're moving to the last lens, to the Apexel X15. As you can see, it's already screwed to the clips. Let's open the lens and try to, without any move, put that on, and we'll see what we'll get here. As you can see, it's not that easy to get those lenses in place. Okay, I think now it's in place. Yeah, that's a very macro lens. I mean, if the other one was X10, this one is X15. Now, it doesn't mean that it will make your object much closer, but it can focus much closer. So let me move much closer to our object. Okay, that's probably even too much a little. Okay, let's try to focus. Okay, let's take a photo. Okay, I think we need to get a little bit farther. Yeah, I think it's better now. And let's try again to focus. For lighting on that camera, well, basically Google does it pretty much automatically, but it's a little bit annoying. Okay, we can adjust that. Okay, so as you can see, that photo is also pretty good. Wow, I'm amazed here as well. And actually, when I look from here, there's almost no light there. I mean, I have no idea how it looks very bright. Well, probably the camera of Apexel 2XL shoots it with high ISO. Let's move the dragon away and try it with the coin. Where's our coin? Can't even see it. Okay, that's the coin. And as you can see, we are now much farther from the coin. Let me try to focus. We can focus like that. Let's take one picture. And now we'll try to actually move much closer to the coin. which I'm not really sure that it's even possible. Okay, let's try that. Can we? Yeah. Okay. Wow, okay, so the depth of field is very shallow. I mean, I can barely understand what's going on here on the corners, but okay, so we can refocus it. Yeah, we can pretty much refocus it, and it's fine. I mean, you can see there or here, and you can see it's very shallow, but let's try to the center. Let's take a picture. Okay, that looks amazing as well. Wow, okay, Pholes lenses actually amaze me. I'll be honest with you, I have no use for macro. Seriously, I have no use for macro at all, but they are awesome. I mean, I didn't think it will be that much fun, and it will work so well. So currently you can see on the screen some of the photos that we took yesterday when we were sort of outside trying to sort of test those lenses. And as you can see, we tried to take a photo of a flower with some ants. Some went well, some didn't. I basically left those that were sort of okay, and you basically can see the changes. Now before we finish this video, let's check the wide lens and look how wide it is. So let's first of all remove that and actually take one photo from here but without, and as you can see, no, you know what, I won't even take a photo. You cannot focus like that, seriously. The phone can't focus so close to the object, and there's almost no light. So let's move that around. Let's bring the Apexel wide lens. So here, this time we won't need to unscrew the other part, as I forgot in the previous attempt. Let's try to screw the lens without unscrewing the wide part. Yeah, it's funny, but it's not that easy. You know what, let me adjust the phone for a moment. Oh wow, the phone gets really hot. Okay, we'll readjust it soon. Let's try to put it on. Okay, I think we... Okay. Yeah, okay. Now we got it. Okay, so... Yeah, I think we will have to somehow manage here like that. Okay, you know what? Let me try to move the phone into a position that we can take a photo of our dragon, for example. So let's say, and well, I want you to be able to see as well. Okay, I think this is good enough. And let's put the dragon here. And let's try to take a photo of the dragon like this. As you can see currently, we can see the whole dragon. And I believe that if I'll remove the lens right now, we will not be able to see the head of a dragon, or at least the whole head. So I'm not moving the phone at all now. Nothing is moving, except I'm removing the lens. And voila! As you can see, now we have half of a dragon without the head. Let's take a photo of that as well. Okay, so as you can see, the wide lens works really well, and that's the thing that I'm really searching for photos. Sometimes it pretty works really well with a wide lens, but with nothing else. Now I want to try something else, and I'm not really sure that that one will work. Okay, so though I did move the dragon and the camera towards actually that you can see it very well, that's not what I'm going to try now. Let's flip the camera and see what we can see now. So, as you can see, the selfie camera that the phone has is very good. Let me adjust the light a little bit, because it's too bright for that purpose. And as you can see, it looks fine. You know what? Let's take one photo. Okay, so that's without any lens, and those lenses, all of those lenses basically that have a clips, you can attach to the selfie camera as well. So let's try to attach that one like this, and now you can see much more from my room. But if you'll notice here, oh well, that's kind of hard. Here at the edge, well, yeah, that's kind of hard, but here at the edge of the photo you can see that my wood model, actually, you know what, just look at my finger. My finger looks really weird at there. at the corner. Yeah, my finger isn't that long and wide, I mean, well, that's what that lens makes. It's really wide. Let's take a wide photo as well. So that's for comparison. That's basically what the wide lens do. As always, I'll give you the links where you can find those lenses and purchase them yourselves. I'll try to find all the links from both AliExpress, where my friend got them, and from Amazon as well, in case you want faster shipping. And as always, the links on Amazon are affiliated, so I get from them something as well. Don't forget to check my friend's website, in case you want any medical astrology assistance, any healing gemstone, etc. So be sure to check his services on his website as well. Thank you for watching this DimusTech episode. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you won't miss any future video. And I'll see you on the next one.